Now, there was kind of like you said, pre gang culture, things like this kind of environment in St. Louis. Now, when the gang culture hit St. Louis, like describe that like time frame.
When the gang culture came, it was like right after the I think the Muslims and the gang bangers kind of was, it was like a clash type of thing because the Bay Muslims was controlling some of the blocks. Then you had the cats from Cali that came here kind of trying to enforce their will, so to speak, in the hood. So the Cali cats came with the Cali sets, and then they had the St. Louis brothers. The St. Louis kids, we emulated them because they was coming with some cheap prices, some cheap drug prices. They was coming with their cocaine. I wasn't really off the porch yet, not in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? But they came with. I just remember seeing it all. I wasn't involved in it until a little later, around I say like 90, maybe 92, 91 or something like that. But late 80s, I was just able to watch it. But not without being off the porch, without being able to actually participate in it. I say, but I used to see it. They would come with their cheap drug prices, and that would make the cats from St. Louis want to claim the gangs. You know what I'm saying? So you had Campanella Park and Fruittown Pyrus and Six Deuce Brims, BSVs, Bloodstone Villains, and all the different crib sets, and they kind of turned St. Louis out on the gang banging tip, but. We also had our own hoods that we claimed as well in St. Louis. So you might be Six Deuce Brim, but you 6'1" Sherry Blood gang at the same time. So you had a Cali set, then you had a St. Louis set, and that's how we used to rock. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how it was.
It's funny you say that because, like you said, like nowadays, like California gang culture, they kind of look down on people outside of their culture as far as like fake gang bangers.
I mean, I understand, rightfully so, because we'll put it down. So we'll be like, man, forget that. Because, I mean, St. Louis been banging since 88 and since the 80s. We kind of was banging. We got a lot of history in that in the gang banging, arena. Mm-hmm. St. Louis do. But, I think they be speaking on more like places like Atlanta who kind of just start doing it, or gang banging like in the later years. And, I don't think Cali respect that as much because I did 3 years down there in prison recently. And, it was totally different than how cats bang in St. Louis. They was like really reporting to the cats in L.A., like they was scared, saying they was scared that the L.A. cats was going to come and enforce their will. If they did something wrong, they'd be like, oh, the triple OGs coming down here to straighten us out because we tripped. On this end, or we tripped on this, we did this wrong, so the trips finna come down here and spank our ass or whatever. But in St. Louis, we weren't going for that shit. I remember that. Like we'd be like, nigga, you LA niggas better get the hell on trying to like enforce, be enforcers with y'all. That's why we never had no structure with ours. We never had no structure with ours. We didn't know all the rules. They got the triple OGs, the double OGs, the OGs, the champs, the runts. They had all this rank kind of like mimicking kind of like the military. Mm-hmm. But we didn't know nothing about that here. We used to purposely do things the opposite of the LA niggas just to do it. Like Bloods in LA might bang their hats to the right. We say, Bloods, we gonna bang ours to the left. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess the Cali niggas was trying to force their will, and we like, nah, y'all can't do that here. Kind of like Katrina. Remember when Katrina happened? When all the New Orleans cats came here, they got the hell right back up out of here. You know what I'm saying? They thought St. Louis was something to fuck with, but St. Louis ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how bad I can curse, but hey, St. Louis ain't no goddamn joke. You know what I'm saying? Like this is not the place to be.
You heard it in the music, like with Ice Cube, DJ Quick. Back then they making their song like Summer Vacation, and just like
St. Louis want their corner back. We want. They thought they could come and probably like. This how it's gonna be, this how y'all bang, and then we gonna give y'all this cheap dope and y'all gonna sell it for us. But we like, nah, we gonna take this dope, kill you, you know what I'm saying, get your ass up out of here, you know what I'm saying? And we like the blood shit though, the gang banging shit, we like that. Yeah. We like that, we gonna take that. We gonna keep that, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Now, I know you say you didn't jump off initially in the beginning. I'm assuming that you further down the line got involved in it.
Yeah, you know, my block was blood. 61 Sherry wasn't my block. I lived on the 63rd 100 block, but 6100 block, that was like one of the most famous blood hoods in St. Louis. I mean, it was like $1 million dope set when crack was. It produced a lot of millionaires. You know, crack produced like young millionaires back in that day. Back in them days. Now, you know, it's a little different. But crack was. It was a million. It was a rich nigga on every block back then. On everybody block had a rich nigga on it. You know what I'm saying? And, it was a little different back then. You know, it was more about getting money, less about killing. But there was a lot of killing going on though. You know what I'm saying? But niggas was about their paper back then. And me getting in the game, I had a partner named Starburst. His name was Chuma. And, you know, I was a follower. You know, I like this swag. I like this style. That was my partner. I didn't even claim what the hood claimed. I just happened to be a blood by default. You know, I met my homeboy at a dance. I seen him banging, fighting some niggas, and we was talking. I seen him fight some niggas. I jumped in it with him, and we was cool ever since. You know what I'm saying? We just was partners. You know what I'm saying? And I actually, he's still my partner to this day. You know, that's my dog. And he was claiming 3-7 Fruit Time Pyru. You know, and I started claiming it too. We had our own little set. You know what I'm saying? 3-7 Fruit Time Pyru. And we went around, you know, bumping our shit. You know, and that's how I was, you know. But I wasn't. The cats on my block was 6'1" Sherry Bloods, you know, and I wasn't ever that, you know. But I used to ride down the block with my little blood crew. We used to get up to each other, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I got that respect from my people on my block as far as being in the game. But I just wasn't I didn't claim what they claimed.
Gotcha.